I'm just texting everybody to be on WhatsApp. Just give me 1 second, class. So this Zoom is driving me crazy. I guess we try to do something, but we can't here. All right.
Amazon shopping. Pickups will arrive today. By the way, if the adding residents to part of the just say something like, "We order coffee, please."
Okay, class. So I sent an email to everybody. Sorry, this Zoom thing today. We're gonna be on WebEx. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So let me record it. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep the WebEx so that way we're not gonna have a problem. Okay, so we have two things left for the chapter on finance. So we already done the simple interest and the compounded interest. So we're left with two things. They are the interest that's compounded continuously and annuity. Okay? All right. So continuously means the interest is going to be compounded all the time. So whenever you see the word continuous, the formula you use is A equals PE to the RT. A is the amount due. P is the amount of money you borrowed or the amount of money you deposited. E is an irrational number. It's already in your calculator, so you don't need to worry about E. And I'll show you how to get E on the calculator in a minute. And R, of course, is the interest rate. It has to be in decimal, right? We do that by dividing by 100, right? And T is the number of years. So anytime your interest compounded, the keyword is continuously, the formula is different than the one that's compounded monthly or semi-annually, whatever. So go ahead and copy this before I start showing you some examples, okay? All right. Okay, so whenever the interest is compounded continuously, this is the formula we're gonna be using here. So what will be a good example on that? Good example when the interest is compounded continuously is, let's say you borrowed or you deposit, or the principal, in other words, $5,000. Interest rate is 7%. And you borrowed or you deposited the money over, let's say, 5 years. And the question is, the interest is compounded continuously. Now, this is a question over here. It's very important for the keyword. If it's continuously, then you have to use this formula. So on your homework, be sure you pay attention to how the question is worded, okay? So whenever they say the interest is compounded continuously, the formula is different than the one that's compounded monthly or simple interest. How do we use this formula? So to use this formula is, you need to, I hope everybody got a calculator ready for this. So amount due equals, P is 5,000. You never mess with the E. The exponent is R and T. So what you do is you multiply R times T on the side. R is 7%. So you have to make a decimal. You divide by 100, 0.07. T is how many years? 5. So 0.07 times 5 gives me 0.35. So that's what you put over here. So the exponent R and T, you have to do that on the side. Now on the calculator, we need to find the value of this. Okay? All right. Okay, so have your calculator ready, everybody, to show you how to find that value. Okay? So let's have your calculator ready. So first of all, you got to find e to the power 0.35. So you press 0.35. Okay? How do you find e? On your scientific calculator, you should see a key that says e to the power x. See if you can find that. So first of all, you put the exponent 0.5, then you hit what? E to the power x. If you got, after you press 0.35, then e to the power x, if you got this number, 1.41906, whatever that means, you hit the right key. Okay? So I'm going to pause here for a second. Be sure everybody get number. Okay? Okay.
How does look like E in the calculator?
E to the power x. Letter E, lowercase e to the power x. What kind of calculator do you have? Scientific one?
I have two kind of, and I don't see E.
Keep looking. Maybe E is behind LN. Maybe it's behind another key, like LN. See if you can find the key LN. Behind it, you should see E. Do you see that? See, I don't have access to all of y'all's calculator, but I'm just guessing yours. If you cannot see it, means it's behind LN. Do you see it now?
Hey, I'm sorry. Can you show me that one more time? Because I was writing my notes down.
All right. E, so if you want to find e to the power 0.35, press 0.35 and see if you can find the key e to the power x on your calculator. If you find it right away, it might be behind the key that says LN, natural log. L as in Lima, then N as in November. See if you can find LN, see if you see behind it. If it's behind it, means you have to do shift or second function. Do you see it now? Take your time, because if you don't see it, we're going to have a problem understanding interest compounded continuously. Do you see it?
I don't see. I can't find. But I can dictate for you. Maybe you can tell. So from the beginning, my calculator shift has second, alpha, math, uh, x to the power of -1, and then
No.
sin, cos, tan.
Okay. You cannot find LN, L, and then N.
I do see L, but L and N is between L and N, between them is M. Oh. Yes, between L and M, it's small e.
Yeah, small e. Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Okay, so after 0.35, I should just enter the e.
That's correct. Yeah, if it's behind it, you have to put shift if it's behind the key.
But before to push the e, shall I first raise to the power?
I don't know. Every calculator is different. I wish I was in front of you to show you how. Every calculator is different. So press 0.35, then hit the key. If you get this number, 1.419, that means that's correct. If not, maybe you need to hit E. I think your calculator, if you put 0.35, then hit the E, you should be okay.
I did, but it divided. It's just a sign of division.
Okay, I just joined. Can you like scoot the screen back a little bit so I can see the full thing and I can write everything down?
All right. Okay. This is the formula that if the interest is compounded all the time continuously, A is the amount due, P is the principal, E, I'll tell you what E is. R is interest rate and T is the time. When you multiply R times T, I get 0.35. So what we're trying to do is we're going to try to show you how the calculator finds E to the power 35 for you. That way when you get that answer, you multiply by 5,000 and you get the amount due. But every one of you have different calculators. Okay? All right. So how many of you press 0.35 and e to the x and got this number, 1.4190675? How many of you got that? If you get that, go ahead and say it. Did you get that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, who did not get that?
Me.
Okay. Let me tell you about calculators. You know, this is where it's so hard when you're away, not in front of you guys, to show you how to use a calculator. Let me teach you about calculators, class. Listen carefully, very carefully. Let's say you found E. If you click E and the calculator automatically open a parenthesis for you, then you put what? 0.35. If you click E and it doesn't open a parenthesis for you, means you put 0.35, then E. Do you understand how calculators work? One more time. If you press E first and the calculator automatically open a parenthesis for you, means you're good. Just put 0.35, enter. But if you click E and it doesn't show you parentheses, means you need to put the 0.35 first, then E. Am I clear on that, class? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So did you get it right now? Did you get now, as I told you, the answer 1.4190675?
Yeah, I got.
Very good. Then do times times 5,000 and you'll be done. So that number you got 1.49. Don't clear it. Times 5,000, and I got my answer. So the amount due is $7,995.34, and that will be the amount due if the interest is compounded all the time continuously. And I'm done. If I want to find the interest, then I subtract the amount due minus how much I borrowed, which is 5,000. And the answer to that will give me the interest. Okay? So go ahead and copy it, and I will show you one more here when everybody's ready. All right? So go ahead and copy it, class. And I'll show you one more example on where the interest is compounded continuously. Okay?
We have to subtract from
Yeah.
the 7.
Yes. Amount due minus whatever you borrowed, 5,000. The answer to 7,095.34 minus 5,000 give you the amount of interest you paid when you borrowed $5,000. Okay? Which should be $2,095.34. If in case you want to have notes. Okay? Okay. Does that answer your question, young lady?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's give you another example on compounded continuously. One more, and then we'll have to teach you a new.
Hold on, I'm still
Let's say
copying one part of it down.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. I didn't erase this one. So you should be, you're copying right here, right? Right?
That's the one I'm copying down now.
Okay. Take your time. While you're copying this, I'm going to write another question so we won't waste time. So let's say I borrowed $37,000, interest rate 8.9%, 15 years, interest is compounded continuously find the amount due. Once you copy this, copy the question again here. So, and then I will show you how to do it again so you guys can practice finding the E. Okay?
Okay, I finished copying everything already, so you can erase it if you need to.
All right. Does anybody need this right here, class? Right here? Anybody needs it? We're good? Okay. So, let me erase it. So now I'm giving you another example. Okay? So watch me, class. So that way you guys are clear. So the question is, I borrowed $37,000, interest rate 8.9% for 15 years. And then I'm telling you that the interest is compounded what? What's the key word? Continuously. That means I use this formula. That's what you got to do on the homework. You got to look at how the interest is compounded. The question is, find the amount due means A is how much. Step one, I'm going to make the percentage of the rate as decimal. So I divide by 100. Are we good? Then I find R times T, the exponent. R is 0.089, and the time is 15 years. So I go to my calculator. And I do what? 0.089 times 15. And I got 1.335. Okay, are we good so far? We good? How we doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
So now I substitute 37,000 e to the 1.335. So how do I do that on the calculator? I find e first to the power 1.335, then I multiply by 37,000. So 1.335, then I hit e to the x.
Shouldn't it be 13.35?
170.
No.
Because that's what I got when I multiplied 0.89 times.
No, you see, you forgot 1 0. It's 0.089.
Yeah.
Okay? It's 0.089. Are we good? Okay. Now, when you did e to the power 1.335, did you get 3.79999959?
Yes.
Did everybody get that, class?
123.
So when you did 1.335, then hit e to the x key, did you get 3.79999959, whatever? Yes or no?
Wait, so you multiplying?
You're not multiplying yet. You're doing e now. Don't multiply it yet. You're doing e to the power 1.335. The same way you did the problem before that.
Okay, E triple.
You find e on your calculator?
Yeah,
Yes, I got it.
it's like
Did you put
3.79.
3.799 something, right?
Right.
Is that what you
Yeah.
got?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now times 37,000 and you'll be done. So I got $140,599.85. Did you get that, class?
Hold on.
So don't clear the calculator. The number you get from E, just do times 37,000. Okay. Did everybody get that?
Um,
So once you get the E value, which is the 3 point whatever, then you do times 37,000 and you're done. And there goes the answer. That's the amount due right here. $140,599.85. Did you get that, young man? Did you get it?
We come up with 1.335 by multiplying R with T, right?
That's correct. See, because you don't want the calculator to do too much work. So you do the exponent by itself and then you put it back in E. Because then if you leave it as e to the power 0.089 times 15, then I'm going to have another headache. Oh, how do I do that on the calculator? So this is easier. You understand? You understand what I'm saying, young lady?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's better to do R times T on the side. That way you don't have to do a lot of work on the calculator. Okay? So who did not get 140,599.85? Did everybody get that answer?
Yes. Yes.
So essentially, when we find to the power, which is 1.335, we just put in the E and that's it, right?
Very good. And then you're done with this one, and then you just multiply by the number before it. That's it. The answer to that times the number before it.
And then to find the interest, we subtract.
Exactly. This number.
37
Go ahead.
we subtract 37,000 from the 140,000.
Because
Right.
this is how much you owe the college, let's say, This is how much you borrowed. So how much did they charge you to borrow 37,000? That's what we're talking about. Interest means how much are they charging me to borrow that money? You subtract how much you paid them minus how much you borrowed. Is that easier now to understand? You got it?
Yeah, but what's the difference that is continuously
Continuously means all the time, non-stop. That's the key word. That's the formula when you have the interest compounded all the time, non-stop.
what's the difference between simple interest and compound interest?
Simple interest, the interest is 1 year for the whole year. Let's say you borrowed $500, 2% interest means they're going to charge you 2% for every year. Compounded, if it's monthly, you pay the 2% after the first month. Then the months after that, you pay interest on now not only the 500, but also the interest that you pay. So it's accumulate.
It's
You
mean
understand?
it's mean you're gonna pay double, right?
Not double, more. Think of it as more, depending on how much interest it is. But you're gonna be paying more interest. Why? Let's say you put $50. Let's say you borrow $100, compounded monthly. After 1 month with the interest, you pay now. You have to pay $105. Then the month after that, you don't pay interest on the $100. You pay interest on the $105. Now it's let's say $8. Then the next month you don't pay interest on the $100. You pay interest on what? On the $108. So every month you pay interest on the previous month, not the original one. That's why it's more. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, but just I don't understand who wants to pay like that? Who is interested like
Trust me, when you borrow money to go to college, they do. So the compounded interest basically happens whenever you start skipping months. Let's say you didn't pay the month of June or July, right? Right? That's how your compounded interest works. So once you skip, that's the worst thing you do is if you skip payment, you're in trouble. They're gonna accumulate. That's gonna be the interest gonna be compounded. So you miss 2 months, gonna be compounded for those 2 months. You skip it for the whole year means you compound it for 12 months. So so you pay the price heavily. Okay, does that make sense now to you? Okay. Are you okay, young lady, now?
yes.
Okay. Good. Now, the last type of finance we need to learn to finish this chapter on finance is no more interest compounded continuously, class. It's called annuity. All right? So, who uses annuity? I'm going to give you a little lecture on it, class. Okay, I'm not, as I told you before, I'm not going to go ahead and tell you, plug in here. So you have to understand it. Annuity.
Professor, we can't see it in Unity.
Can you see it now? Okay. Annuity is amount of money, extra money you put in every month, so that way you'll have more money when you retire. Okay. Who uses annuity? Not every company uses annuity. If you work for a regular company except the government, you put your money, they normally make you put your money in 401k plan. Okay, and most of the time they match what you put in there. Let's say you put aside $200. You tell them, you know what, I want you to take $200 out of my paycheck for 401k plan. So what does that mean? Means when they take out $200 out of your paycheck, you don't pay taxes on the $200. Okay, and they invest it for you in different companies. And most companies, what they do is you put $200 every month, they match it. They put $200 for you also. So $400 they invested in the stock market, in mutual funds, whatever. And with so many years, in 20, 30 years, you'll have what? extra money to retire besides the Social Security. Okay? So the advantage of 401k plan is you save money and it's invested, and also you don't pay taxes. When do you pay taxes? When you reach the age of 55, if you pull the money out at one time, then you pay taxes. Okay? If you say, you know what, I don't want to get all the money in one cash, I want to get monthly income. You send me a check every month, then you don't pay taxes. And if you, let's say, if, for example, after you put 2 years of 401k plan in the account, and let's say you had an emergency, you really you have a wedding or something that you really need the money bad, you can withdraw that money, but you have to pay the taxes that you did not pay when they took it out of your, okay? Plus also other penalties. So let's say you already put in $10,000, you might end up getting $4,000, okay? Taxes and penalties if you withdraw the money early. Now, annuity, if you work as a police officer for the government, for the city of Houston, or if you're a teacher or a professor, you don't have 401k plan. There's something called teacher retirement money or the police officer retirement money. Or, let's say you work for the CIA, for the Army, for anything has to do with government, they have their own saving fund, okay? So they take a little money out of your paycheck and save it for you. But that will not be enough for you to retire. So they hire a company, annuity company. They come to you and says, you know what? The government is taking aside $100 from your paycheck to save it for your retirement. That's not going to be enough. Would you be interested if we can take an extra $50 every month, add it to that? That way, when you retire, you'll have more money. And that's what we call annuity. So annuity is a company that comes to you, but you can only use annuity only if you work for the government, teacher, police officers, Congress, whatever that is. And it's not mandatory, it's optional. It says, you know what, I want to retire better. So can you take an extra money? That extra money is called annuity. And they go ahead and invest it and get it for you. Okay, does everybody understand annuity here? Now, what's the bad thing about annuity is they charge you a fee. Okay? So that's the bad thing about it. Unlike 401k plan, they don't charge you a fee. So if you work for the city of Houston, or you want to become a teacher, or you want to work for the government, it's a good idea. It says, you know what, when I retire, that $200 you take aside from me every check is not enough. I want to buy an annuity, means I want you to take extra money per month so that way I can have more money to retire. All right, did I explain that good to class to you? Yes or no? Do you understand what annuity is? And I will give you now the formula they use for that. Are we good? Okay, so here's the formula they use to find the annuity. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to explain what everything stands for here, right? It's a very long formula, class. You're not asked to be memorizing it, okay? When you have a test, you put it aside on an index card.
Can you flip the screen back some, please, so you can see the full formula?
Can you see it now?
Put it back just a little bit more.
Scoot it over.
Yeah, to the right. Well,
Yeah.
really. Yeah, that's fine.
Did you write inside of parentheses S plus S? Oh, it is parentheses. I see.
It's parentheses 1 plus I. Let me read this for you. FV. Okay? Equals PMT. I'll tell you what it stands for, class. Open the parentheses. Then open the parentheses again. 1 plus I. Close the parentheses. Raised to the power N. Minus 1 divided by I, close the parentheses. Take your time and write it down so I can tell you what E stands for. Okay. This is the final value. So if you buy an annuity, guess what? This is the price. That's how much money you're going to collect after you put the money in there. Says, you know what? I ask you to take $50 every month out of my paycheck. Now, after let's say 30 years, this is how much money you want to collect. That's the money collected. That's how much you're going to collect when you retire. You understand that? Okay. What does this one stand for? This one is payment at each period. Are you with me?
Yes.
Very good. And what else you need to know? I is a monthly. I is the interest rate per month. And everything here has to be, all units have to be in months. So go ahead and copy all of this class. And I will give you an example in a minute. Copy all of it, please.
Is that VALE or VATE after interest?
After what?
Interest.
After interest rate,
Oh,
this is
interest
rate
Oh, okay, yeah, interest rate.
per month. Okay. Copy it down, class, because this is we're gonna be doing. And hopefully now you gotta get a calculator, right? Then we'll go from there. It's not really difficult. It's just, but really want to understand when do we use annuity? I'm not really concerned about what. I'm not concerned about just use the formula. I'm gonna educate you guys, so that way you know how to invest your money. You know, you like enjoy when I give you a financial advice. Do you all like that or no?
Of course, we like.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, question. Can we say interest rate per period or it has to be months?
It has to be per month because they take money out of every month from you. Yeah. Just copy the way it is. You cannot change the formula. Whatever I put down, if I put per month, don't put it per year, because in a minute I'm going to give you an example how to work things out. Okay? This is called, you can call it future value also. I like to call it final value because that's when you start collecting your retirement. Okay? All right. So I'm going to erase right here. I'm going to keep the formula. I'm going to erase right here. But you have to know what each one stands for, class. Okay?
What does AND stands for?
I can't see the full formula.
Now, can you see it now?
Yeah, but a little bit more to the side.
Like this?
Yes, it's good. Thank you.
Is that better?
Yes.
What is N stands for?
Where is N? N?
Yes, the letter N.
Yeah. N is basically when you say, remember how many times the interest is compounded, right? Just same thing like we had for the compounded interest, semi-annually, quarterly, whatever the case may be. Remember?
Yes, thank you.
It's the same value. Yeah. Good question. All right. Can I erase what each stands for here and give you an example, class? Yes? I'm going to keep the formula, but can I erase this?
Yes.
Here's a question. Now, does anybody know who uses annuity? Does everybody uses annuity? No. Only people work in the government. What is annuity? Extra money you ask the company to take aside from each your paycheck per month. Why? That way you have more money to retire. Only governmental employees use that. Teachers, colleges, police officers, city of Houston, people in the, you get it? Water, you understand it now, class? Everybody?
Yes.
All right. So let's say you ask him to take amount per month to be taken out of period, amount per period. You said, you know what? I can survive if you take $2,500. And I want to be the interest rate. They're going to be very conservative, means they're going to invest your money in maybe utilities. Utilities, when you put your money in the stock market and utilities, you don't lose really money, but it goes up very slowly. So the interest on your money is going to be tiny, 1.75, let's say. And let's say it's compounded monthly for 4 years. Are you with me? So far, so good?
Yes. Yes.
So we're good so far, right? Okay. So, how many months is it compounded? $12 times 4, they're going to compound it 48 months. So step one is you need to know what? How many times it is compounded. And that will be N. N is not going to be 12 because everything has to be in months. If you did the other formula, N was what? Compounded monthly was 12. But for the annuity, you need to change the years to months. So you have how many years? 4 years. So 12 times 4 makes N 48. Is that clear, class? Then I is the interest rate per year. Sorry, per month. What is the interest rate? 1.75, which is 0.0175, right? But that's for the year. To make it months, you divide it by 12. One more time, class. There's a difference how you do annuity than interest compounded monthly or whatever. When you want to find N, if it's compounded monthly, that's 12. So how many months is it compounded? 4 years. So 12 times 4, it'll be 48. So let's say it's compounded semi-annually, 6 months. Then be what? 6 times 4, which is 24. Interest rate, you notice there is no R here. There is I in the formula. Why? Because you're putting money every month. So you don't do the interest rate for the whole year. If they give you the interest rate, you always divide by 12. Why? Because I is the interest per month, not per year. All right, I'm gonna stop for a second. Be sure everybody knows what I did. Are we good? If you do these two, then you're done. Problem is easy to figure out. So once you know how much the number of times is compounded, you multiply by what? How many years? That will give you n. I, on the annuity, you always have to divide by 12. Because they're not going to give you the interest rate per month on the problem. They're going to give it to you per year. Are we good, class? I'm going to stop for a second. Are we good? We're good?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little lost.
Okay, one more time. I is the interest rate per month, not per year. But they gave me the interest rate per year, which is zero. After you make divide by 0.07175. The formula said I only use I if the interest rate per month, not per year. Since it's per year, to make it per month, I gotta divide it by 12. Are we good? On I?
Can we solve this problem with the E formula?
No. This is annuity. Annuity. They're gonna ask you how much is the annuity. Now E is when the interest compounded continuously. Don't mix things up now. We're learning a new stuff here. We're learning annuity, the money, the extra money you put aside for your retirement. Okay? We're learning a new stuff now. N is how many times it's compounded in months. It's compounded monthly, right? That means 12 months. But I have 4 years. So the total month that is compounded is 48 times because it's 4 years. So in order to find N, you multiply how many months is compounded per year times how many years you have. Is that clear to everybody how I got N and how I got R?
Can you just repeat how to find N? Just
You multiply, like, what is N when you did the compounded monthly? 12, right? Right? Like from the other lecture.
yes.
You multiply by how many years? That's all you do. That's it. So for the annuity, you multiply whatever the N is, the way you calculate it from the compounded problems before, times how many years. Because we're doing compounded every month for 4 years. So let's say you left your money for 30 years, it'll be 12 times 30. Okay, is that better now? So N is the regular N that you know about times how many years, if you want to write some notes here. Okay? Are we good? Are we good, class?
Yes, but if you put these numbers and letters.
Oh, just relax. We're gonna take it slowly now. Calculator work just slowly. That's gonna be another headache for me. For now, all I want you to know is, do you understand how to get these two numbers? I, for annuity, you always divide by 12. Multiply whatever you know N is times the number of years. Did you understand that part? We're not gonna go further than this for now. I'm not gonna jump too fast here, and I wanna explain it slowly. Are we good so far? Up to now. Don't go any further. Are we good so far?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's divide 0.0175 by 12 on the calculator. Put all the numbers in. Don't skip any number. Did you get that? Never write all of them. Are we good?
Yeah, but my answer is not 0. It's 1.4583333.
And then on the right side says e to the negative something, right?
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah, negative.
Okay. Negative what?
negative 0.3.
Means you move the decimals 3 places to the left and you get that answer. So your calculator is set up for scientific notations. So when you move that decimal 3 places to the left, you get this answer.
That answer.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. If your calculator gives you on the right side -3, -4, that negative means pick that decimal and move it backwards to the left. And then you get this number right. Is that clear, everybody? Do you understand me, young lady, now?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's substitute. Okay? So the payment per period, what is it? 2,500. 1 plus I. How much is I? 2,500. 1 plus 0.00145833 raised to what power? N, which is 48, minus 1 over I, which is 0.00145833. All right.
Can
Okay.
you raise the camera down just a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So what did I do? I plugged in all of these numbers that I found in this formula. And now wish me luck how are you going to use the calculator. Now every one of you have 15 different calculators. But does everyone understand how I went from this formula to right here? I just replaced each letter with its value. That's all I did. Are we good? We're almost done, class. Are we? Do you understand what I did to find the annuity? Are we good?
Yes.
All right. Now get your calculator ready. As I'm telling you what to do, write these notes on your paper, on your notebooks. That way, when you do the problems like this on your homework, you don't struggle. Okay. Step 1. Ready? Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
ready.
All right. First, I'm going to do the parentheses. 1 plus 0.00145833 equals. So what did I do first? I did the parentheses inside. And as I'm telling you, write it on your notes, class. Okay?
Wait,
Did you do
hold on. Can you repeat what you did in the calculator?
This right here. I did 1 plus 0.00145833 equal. And I got 1.00145833.
Shall we write down or shall we put on the
No. Just
calculator?
write down the procedure for you. No, not for me. So that way you don't have any problem. So did you understand what I did? Now, is everybody on 1.00145833? Are you there? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, let's raise it to the power 48. So I'm going to go x to the power y, 48 equals. So I did the parentheses and raised it to the power 48. Not times 48, like remember raised to the power like we did on Monday? When I did that, I got 1.0724 whatever, which bunch of numbers. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna wait because this is the last question here because I'm gonna have another class in a little bit. In 10 minutes, I have another class to start. So everybody okay so far? We're good? So I added these and raised to the power 48, and I got 1.0724 and a bunch of other numbers. Are we good, class? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, now minus 1. So put minus 1. Minus 1 equals. When I subtracted 1, guess what I got? 0.0724 and a bunch of numbers. Are we good? So what did I do? I did 1 plus this, got the answer, raised it to power 48. Then what? Then I took away 1. So I finished all the numerator. So if you are on this stage where you got 0.07245 means you're in business. Is everybody on there? Is everybody on 0.07245? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Now you divide by this number. Divided by 0.00145. Don't skip any number, class. 833 equals.
Quick question. Did you divide before you subtracted 1?
No, I subtract 1, then I divide it.
Okay.
So if you got 49.68, something means you're in business. Did you do that?
Yes.
Now, who can tell me what's the last step? Times 2,500 and you'll be done. Oh boy, this is nice. So $124,000, $205.98. So if they took every month $2,500 out of my paycheck, and I left that for only what? 4 years, not a whole lot, just 4 years. They're gonna send me a check for $124,205.98. If the interest rate is 1.75, and that will be my answer. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay, who has any question? Who has any question? Are we good, class?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're done. Copy it. Have a good break, class. I'll see you the week after next.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
Copy it. And I'm gonna, in 3 minutes, I need to shut it down because I need to get ready for my next class. Okay? Go ahead and finish copying it. And you guys have a good break. And pay attention to my next, not this weekend. I'm not gonna put anything for next week because you guys are on break. But next weekend, I will tell you we're gonna start a new chapter. We're done with the finance. Okay? Okay, you guys are doing good. Okay?
Question, Professor. You posted last week, March 8th. It's mean it should be done by March 8th, or you just posted in March 8th?
Week of March 8th means it's due March 15th. Means start of the assignment is March 8th.
Okay, that homework is last we have to do. That's it, right? And then
Yes.
spring break. So we don't have any homeworks.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And then, by the way, I looked in calendar. I couldn't find the exam date.
Who found the exam? Who went to the syllabus and found the exam date changed? Who clicked on the syllabus and found in this big rectangle there says the new test date is boom, boom, boom. Did you also, who saw that?
It is in the syllabus where is many pages, or it is in the calendar?
No. I just added to it in the big rectangle underneath the syllabus. Don't worry. It's if you click on syllabus, don't click on the whole syllabus. Just read the box underneath it. It'll show you the adjustment. Okay?
In the first page or
No. Click on syllabus. If you click on the syllabus, it'll give you the whole syllabus. Don't click on anything else. When you click on the syllabus on the left side of the canvas, only read what I sent to you. Don't click on syllabus. Just says the new test calendar. Just 3 lines. That's all you see. Did anybody see it? Who saw it?
Can
Who
you
saw that?
repeat? Saw what?
When you click on syllabus, you don't need to go and see the whole syllabus. Your syllabus on the left of canvas, right? You click
Right.
on it. Don't click on the whole syllabus again. There's a little box here that says new test calendar. Test number 2 is this date. Test number 3 is this date. That's all it says. Means I adjusted the dates because of the freeze. Okay? And besides, I will remind you on the test. You don't need to worry about it. You're not going to be coming here one day and says the test is tomorrow. Right? Okay. But it's there. No, who saw that? Who saw that new calendar? Anybody?
looks like nobody.
Trust me, I put it in there.
I honestly don't pay attention to that part because I look at what's going on my math lab, which the calendar basically states.
Exactly. Because whenever you have a review for an exam, you know you have an exam. But trust me, it's there. I did it to all the classes. Okay? All right. So do it again, class. I really gotta go because I got 5 minutes to prepare for the next class. You guys have a good break, all right? You guys been